Monday, May the 11th. I'm not sure, but it may be that I look a bit different this morning because my beloved iPad had an argument with a very hard surface and lost. Fortunately, I have accidental damage insurance, but it does mean that my iPad's got to go away for repair. So this is being recorded on my phone. Well, it's after 7 o'clock and I've just listened to our Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, put out his sketch of a roadmap that may lead to conditions being eased in lockdown. There seemed an awful lot of ifs, and maybe that's for the best, keeping everyone safe. But it did seem to me that it's likely to be at least the middle of July before churches are able to consider coming back together. Well, can I think of thoughts for the day for another 2 months? I'm not sure. But it did make me think about, how do I get the best out of every day in lockdown? How do I find God in the moments? I was reading a book of Twittergies. Gerard Kelly writes Twittergies. He calls them personal liturgies in 140 characters or less. And he writes this: beauty is found in you, God, and you are found in beauty. Where the world releases the fragrance of its wonders, you are praised. I like that. You know, the other night at the end of our TCT Zoom meeting, one or two of us stopped to admire a beautiful sunset, a magnificent red sky that was breathtaking. And it's those moments that just remind you God is in his heaven and all is well with the world, even if we don't always see it. For as long as God is in control, we can take blessings in the moments. I've been encouraging you to find God, spend time with God, seek God, examine yourself in the presence of God. But sometimes all we can do is hold on to a moment. Listen to this from Romans chapter 1. For ever since the world was created, people have seen the earth and sky. Through everything God made, they can clearly see his invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, so they have no excuse for not knowing God. Gerard Kelly links his Twittergy with that verse, and he says this: to understand an artist, it is best to look at her art. Creative people express themselves in the works they create. And God has expressed himself in all he has made, in this planet and its people. We are surrounded every moment with the beauty of God, which means that wherever the world's beauty is expressed, God is honoured. All art that honours beauty honours God. Music that highlights harmony and touches the human spirit speaks of God. The unbeatable innocence of a child's smile is the smile of God. The smell of fresh ground coffee is the fragrance of God. Take a look around. Do you see beauty? Is your heart stirred with joy? Does the goodness of life reach out to you? That's the aftershave of God, bringing fragrance to your world. As the announcement that this could go on for several more weeks could bring us down, could make our hearts heavy, today my thought is to encourage you to find God in a moment, in a sunrise or a sunset, in a beautiful flower, in your walks to listen to the bird song that we've all realised is louder in these times? And how about being a moment of God for someone else? How about smiling at a stranger? A real, touch your eyes, heartwarming smile. Maybe a YouTube video of those babies laughing and giggling. You know, I love YouTube, and there's nothing like a baby's laugh to lift your heart and remind you that God is in that joyous moment. Or how about an email? Better still, how about snail mail? How about sending a real physical letter or a card to somebody that you haven't been in touch with for a while, or somebody that God brings to mind, just to say, I was thinking of you today, and I want to be a God moment for you. Or maybe you don't want to be that pretentious. Just say, I've remembered you, I love you, I've written to you. However you decide to do it, find a God moment today. Find a God moment tomorrow. Seek him out in moments. Take a deep breath and sense his presence walking alongside you. As you go for your unlimited exercise, feel him as your body pushes and as your body exercises. Feel the joy in being alive. And if you get to go and sunbathe, appreciate God as the sun on your face from a socially acceptable distance. And if it's raining, tilt your face to the heavens and thank God for the rain, for the garden. However you do it, today, remember, there's no excuse for not finding God in his creation, in the people he's created, and in your own spirit. Ask for a God moment. Be a God moment for someone else, today, tomorrow, and as often as you can. That's my thought for today. See you tomorrow.